Okay, so DeepSeek just dropped something big, and you can really feel the buzz around it. But here's the thing. This is not just another model update. Nope. They're actually calling this the first real step into a brand new era for AI, the agent era. So let's dig in and figure out what that actually means. So let me just start by posing a question. What if an AI could switch between, let's say, instinct and reason? You know, have both lightning-fast reflexes and the ability to do that deep, deliberate kind of thinking. Well, that's pretty much the core idea we're going to unpack right now. All right, let's get into the specifics of what's going on here. The team behind DeepSeek-V3.1, they're making a pretty bold claim. They're saying this isn't just some version bump. It's a foundational move, a whole new direction toward AI agents. But what do they even mean by agent, right? Well, they're talking about an AI that does way more than just chat with you. We're talking about building an AI that can actually do things, perform complex, multi-step tasks all on its own. Think of it like a true digital assistant, or maybe even like a junior software engineer that can handle real work. Okay, so how are they pulling this off? What's the secret sauce? Well, the magic behind it all is this core innovation they're calling hybrid inference, and this right here is the engine that's driving this whole new capability. So what is hybrid inference? At its heart, it's a totally new way of doing things. It gives one single model two completely different modes of operation. It's almost like it has two personalities that it can just switch between, depending on what you've asked it to do. Probably the best way to get your head around this is to think of a car's gearbox. You've got the non-think mode. That's like your top gear, right? You're just cruising on the highway. It's fast, it's efficient, and it's perfect for those simple, straightforward tasks. But then you've got the think mode, and that's like shifting down into first gear to climb a really steep hill. It gives you all that raw power, all that computational muscle you need for some serious heavy-duty reasoning. Okay, so a model with two gears, that sounds pretty cool in theory. But what does it actually mean for performance? Like, what are the real-world benefits? Let's break down the key upgrades. And this is where it starts to get really practical. The model is showing much better results on some really tough benchmarks. Things like SWE Bench, that's the software engineering one, and Terminal Bench, which tests how well it can use command line tools. So what does that mean? It means it's just plain better at writing code and actually running commands. And of course, because of that super powerful think mode, its ability to handle complex, multi-step reasoning, well, that's gotten a huge boost. Now, if you look under the hood, the core model itself has been seriously beefed up. We're talking an additional 840 billion tokens of pre-training data. That's massive. Its context window is a really generous 128K. And for all you developers listening, here's the kicker. The weights are open source, and they're available right now on Hugging Face. You can go grab them. And here's a super important detail that you might actually miss. This new think mode. It isn't just more powerful, it's also way more efficient. The model can literally get to its conclusions faster than the older versions could, and that is a huge win for anyone building apps on top of this. I mean, power plus speed, that's the name of the game, right? All right, calling all the builders and developers out there, this next part is for you. Let's talk about how you can actually get your hands on all this new stuff and start putting it to work in your own applications. So the API has been updated, and honestly, they've made it incredibly straightforward. If you need that quick, efficient response for your day-to-day tasks, you're just going to hit the DeepSeek chat endpoint. But when you've got a really complex problem that needs some deep thought, you just switch over to the new DeepSeek Reasoner endpoint. Yep, it's really that simple. And they've thrown in a few other goodies for developers too. That full 128K context window? Yeah, that's available in both modes, which is awesome. They also now support the Anthropic API format, which should make integration a lot easier for some folks. And maybe most importantly for anyone building agents, strict function calling is now available in beta. This is a game changer because it gives you much more reliable and predictable tool use, which is absolutely essential if you're trying to build agents you can actually trust. Okay, just a quick but really important heads up on pricing. As of right now, everything is running under the current pricing model, and that includes any off-peak discounts. But you're going to want to circle this date on your calendar, September 5th, 2025. On that day, a whole new pricing structure is going to kick in, and those off-peak discounts will go away. So you've got plenty of time to plan for it, but just wanted to make sure you knew. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second. Let's pull back from all the technical details and just look at the bigger picture here. What does a release like this really mean for the future of AI development? Where are we headed? When you really get down to it, hybrid inference isn't just another feature on a list. You really have to see it as a fundamental new building block. It's a brand new capability designed from the ground up to let developers like you create smarter, more autonomous AI agents that can actually go out and tackle complex, real-world problems. And that really leaves us with this one final thought. For years, it feels like we've been focused on just one thing, making AI models bigger and stuffing them with more knowledge. But now, with this ability to switch between fast instinct and deep reasoning, we've given them something different. We've given them the capacity to think in a way that's a little more like we do. So the question isn't just what do they know anymore? The real question is, what can they do? And what are we going to ask them to build next?